Introducing one-of-a-kind premium Stein genetics to maximize yield potential. MX Series corn by Stein is the culmination of decades of proprietary research advancing corn genetics. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Back-to-school doorbusters are in session at JCPenney. Through Sunday, while they last, save 60% on Izod school uniforms. Load up on $9.99 Arizona graphic tees and soak up the last drops of summer with shorts for the family, starting at $12.99. If it's easier, shop jcp.com now, pick it up curbside later. Shopping is back. JCPenney. Offers good on select styles through 7/17. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details. Do it!
Welcome. The Eric Zane Show Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. It's the same every morning. Open up the door to the bedroom, and you don't want anything that smells foul. When you have as many pets as we have, more often than not, that can happen. Open up the door, and I'm like, something's wrong. There's something going on here. Cat box? I mean, it does need to be clean, but it doesn't smell. Something's wrong. I'm not sure what. Couldn't quite put my nose on it. Wander down the steps. Peer over the rail into the room that the NFK sits in. It's the most important room in the house. And I'm like, looking for turds. That's how you just glance in there looking for the turds, and I see none. There's nothing. I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure something's wrong, but that ain't it. Minutes later, the NFK. He's up. He's ready and focused to start the day on a 14-hour journey of TV watching. Which, by the way, as I've told you about, he was informed that his ultrasound on his liver revealed what's described as hepatocellular disease, which could be one of a number of things, as I understand it, according to Tyler. Hell, it could be cancer. And also early stage cirrhosis. This is a tangent. So I said to him, yeah, this is what the results said. And he goes, well, I only have 4 or 5 a night. That ain't it. That ain't the problem. And I'm like, and I didn't want to get into it with him. He goes, oh yeah, back when I was living with Davey, I'd have 10 or 12 a day. And I'm like, yeah, I now what I wanted to say was, well, that could have done it, and you could still be doing it. You can't really unring the bell when your liver decides its hat is waving the white flag. Like, could you please just drink some water? Do you think perhaps you could drink a little water instead of 12 fucking Busch beers a day? And so I don't know, man. We're just gonna have to wait and see what the doc says. Well, it kind of, I think it spooked him because he now he mixes in some NA with the regular Busch. So what was like 5 Busch a night for the last 50 years or whatever, which still is not normal. I don't care what anybody tells you. If you drink a 6-pack or damn near every night of the week, that's a problem. That is going to hurt you in the long run. Now, He'll have an one NA for every bush. I don't know. We are awaiting to hear from the next specialist that's going to have a look-see at the old liver. Anyway, completely digress. He gets up, and he's getting ready for a nice 12 to 14-hour day of TV viewing, beer drinking, tobacco chewing, and whatnot, and Hot Pockets eating. And I'm making my coffee, and I hear, Eric, the doggies had some pee-pee. The doggies pee-peed. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, there's pee-pee all over the place. It's always poo-poo or pee-pee. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I get up, and sure enough, now, this is the ceramic floor. And it's the big squares. So each square is like 12 inches by 12 inches. And the grout, so the grout is lower than the actual height of the floor by, millimeter. The dog has peed on the ceramic tile, and all of the grout, they're all like rivers now, full of pee. And it's actually kind of artful if you see it. So the ceramic tile served as like an island for the piss. That the piss flowed off of the ceramic tile island into the fucking grout all around the place. Oh my God! And it's like yellow outlines all throughout the grout area. I'm like, oh fuck! And I go, okay, sit tight. Now I've already woken up late on this day. So I'm like, oh shit. Well, I gotta get after, getting my job started. And it's like, well, okay, hang on, let me go get your sister. So she didn't have to work today. So I go up there, and go, hey, I'm like petting her arm. I go, hey, can you help me? What? There's dog piss all over the sunroom. Could you maybe? So I kind of made her do it. I'm curious as to what she's going to think about that.
Hello.
This is Pooh Bear.
Yes.
Your thoughts on getting woken up this morning?
Oh my gosh. My first thought was I'm getting rid of the damn cats and the dogs.
Yeah.
But I don't mean it.
Corey writes, well, Eric, you... Oh, never mind. I better not say it. Are you on the speaker?
Uh-uh.
Okay, good. Because Corey wrote, you wipe her brother's ass. She can clean up the dog piss.
True story.
Hey, are we getting that bidet? What's up?
What's that?
Are we going to get that bidet?
Oh, yeah, I thought you said we didn't get that today. And I was like, what is that? I don't, what? But now I got what you said. I know I got to look into that.
That's going to be tough breaking that, That's an awkward conversation.
Yeah. I'll just do it and then just not
Well, he's not going to figure it out. We'll have to give him a tutorial. I'm going to have to lead him by the hand into the bathroom, take off my pants, and show him how to wash your asshole.
I don't think you have to do that.
I'm gonna.
I don't think you have to go that far.
I want to do it.
Okay, you can if you'd like.
We didn't. You know what I didn't discuss on this podcast?
What?
There was a moment where, when we were up north, you were seated by the fire. I see, and we can hear Daisy snoring. It's adorable. And
she's sitting right next to me.
You and Kevin were shocked because out of the camper came a naked man running and screaming through the wilderness.
Yes, that would be you. Swinging and swaying.
Yeah, my ding-dong was flying everywhere. I had my hands over my head as I was screaming as I ran around the campsite.
I'm not quite sure what possessed you to do that, but it was
I
quite the sight.
wanted to make you laugh.
You did a good job at that.
I don't know if that was necessarily funny. It was just crazy, but the reaction from your brother when I came running out nude.
Yeah, exactly.
What did he say? What the fuck?
Pretty much.
All right. Yes. Okay. Well, that's
Right.
it. So you ended up having to clean all that piss. Jesus, that was terrible. There was a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I appreciate that.
We're good now, I think. Now he's got to let it air out.
Okay, what's on tap for today?
Well, we have to go to AT&T, you and I.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. That's coming up.
And then I have to go with Jackie to get her dress fitted.
Okay, wedding dress. Oh my God, here we are. It's just under 4 months. Wait a minute.
Just over 4 months.
Yes, 4 months, 6 days.
Yeah.
That's
So, and then-
crazy. That is crazy. I can't
And I'm
believe
thinking
that.
after that, at some point today, I'm thinking maybe tonight, this evening, whatever, we could maybe, you and I could work on the basement together.
Now, when you say work on the basement, you mean like all the light plates and the covers
Yeah,
that go over that? You need that done, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then we need to kind of, everything got thrown into the storage room. The TV's not hooked up.
We got to
Yeah.
get the room's still not ready for prime time, is what you're saying.
Correct.
It needs to be ready for prime time.
Correct.
Now, have we figured out the furniture? Now, I have nothing to do with this. We're just going to go buy like a couple folding chairs, right?
No. The furniture that's in our living room is going downstairs, and then we're getting new furniture for the living.
I don't have any say in this, do I?
No. It's got to be done.
All right. Thanks for the update.
Okay.
I'm just along for the ride.
Okay, sounds good.
Why don't you just buy it off Facebook Marketplace?
Well, that's what I did for this furniture that we have in the living room. That's why it's going downstairs.
No, never mind. All right.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All
Love
right,
you.
I'll talk to you.
Talk
See
to
ya.
you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Speaking of Facebook Marketplace, if any of you like to fish, like get into a set of waders, I have 2 sets of waders for someone little like me. Years ago, when I was on the radio, Al and Bob's, they gave me like a store credit, and they said, yeah, get whatever. And I bought a couple of sets of waders. Now, after I hooked my fingers together, thank you, K-Dub himself, for following. I appreciate that. After I hooked my fingers together, I haven't fished since. So I want to get rid of the waders. If you're a person who likes to fish and you need a set of waders, I have 2 used once sets of waders. All right. Let me know, and we can figure out a deal. What the hell was I going to talk about? There was something in my brain. This is an ADHD day, all day today. Fuck, what was I going to talk about? It's there, and then it's gone. Early stages of dementia. Perfect time to mention Dear Meathead is coming up on the show today with my 88-year-old father. If you have any last-minute questions, feel free to weigh in. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. If you have a question for Dad on Baldwin Ace Hardware, Dear Meathead, featuring the question of the day, brought to you by JM Synthetics. There is an audience in addition to Twitch, which is what the show happens in its entirety each and every morning, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Welcome. You're here for a limited time. Unfortunately, at some point, I will cut the cord and send you off on your way. And I encourage you to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live to get the whole show. I remember what I was going to talk about. She said AT&T. Okay. Tell me if this sounds like your household. There was a point in time when we got phones. And as the kids grew, the kids would get phones. So, you do the old family plan thing. That's fine. Hey, pay me for your phone. All right, great. But then as they got older and more savvy, they figured out that if they wanted to upgrade their phone, which is that scam I was telling you about, I've talked about many times, that when they call you and say, hey, you're eligible for an upgrade and it won't cost you anything more. And they go, oh, yeah, new phone. So a $1,300 item that you pay like $25 a month on. That takes forever to pay that off, by the way. What AT&T doesn't lead with, or whatever phone company, they don't lead with, you have just paid off your phone. Your payment is going to go away. So if your phone is working fine, that's great. The money falls off the books. But no, they don't tell you that. In fact, if you've got $300 or $400 more to pay on it, they reach out to you then and say, hey, you still owe on the phone, but you're eligible for an upgrade. So you can get a brand new, fancy, 100% new phone. And then they take your phone and the $300 or $400 that they have, that you have left to pay on it, they wipe that, and then they scrap your phone and sell it. Dismantle it or just refurbish it and sell it again. They're going to make money on it one way or another. I got this all figured out. So typically my son, Jim, will be like, oh, yeah, I would need a new phone. And then I would say, well, no. And then he would go to the AT&T store and somehow weasel his way into the account. And all of a sudden he's in charge of the account. I'm like, what? Huh? How did that even happen? Or Diana would do the same thing. So this all started with me. But occasionally I'll get an email saying, oh, yeah, login information has changed on your account. I'm like, what? What the fuck is this? Okay, so put a pin in that. I'm going to come back to that. Right around the time that I took the time off, if you remember leading up to what I'm about to tell you, Madison needed a new phone because the thing was malfunctioning. And Diana called me. She goes, oh, boy, hey, big news. Madison's getting her phone, and they've got a special going on, and I can get a new phone, too, and it's not going to cost me a dime more. And I'm like, well, yeah, is your phone breaking, too? Well, no. I go, well, then just keep paying on it and use that phone. Drive it till the wheels fall off. Who cares? And she hated that. We all know that. I chronicled that. Well, early in the vacation, I think it was the actual last day of work, she's looking at it. She goes, oh, no, look at that. I just unplugged this thing, and the battery's already down to 65%. Oh, my God. And, it keeps freezing. So I'm like, oh, here it comes. I'm getting set up. Here we go. By the time the end of the day rolls around, she has gone to the store because the phone is going to explode, apparently, according to her. It's broken. No, it's not. It's fine. But I relented. I'm like, you know what? I spent half a day talking you off of the AT&T ledge last time. I can only do this for so long. I've got bigger things to worry about. So I go, oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, go get that phone, man. Day finishes. She's got a brand new phone, of course. We're up north. And my son, Jim, reaches out to me and goes, hey, Aubrey's phone is dead. Now, I don't put it past any of these souls to lie to my face about all of this. My wife, my kids, doesn't matter. If it comes to the phone, they will lie to you and forcefully, anally rape you if it has to do with the phone. Now, I don't know what to believe because I've been boned so many times by this ragtag bunch of disgusting animals who have made a career out of lying to me about phones. The conversation starts with, hey, Dad, I need your login ID. Aubrey's phone is dead, man. It's bad. It caught on fire. It blew up. There was a mushroom cloud in the house. It exploded. And I'm like, oh. So at this point, all I want to do is chop wood. Okay? I want to sit by the fire, go out in the forest, collect logs, and do shit like that. So I don't want to deal with this shit. I'm not going to get in an argument. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, do it. Now that doesn't mean I pay for it. It's they pay for it. But I don't fight anybody on any of this shit. And sometimes I do. I take it back. Like I was talking about how I fought with Diana at first, challenged her on that, and then I eventually gave up. And they know that. They know that if they lean on me enough, I will fold. It is Diana. It is Jim, Jackie, Madison, and Aubrey. So that's 5-on-1. I'm fucked. I've got no chance. And my grandkids are getting older now. So it won't be long until it's 7-on-1 gang up on this stupid, feeble old man. So I'm like, okay, so, all right. Yeah, I need your login info. And I go, Jesus, I don't know. Oh, yeah. So I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to get some type of login info. And I'm getting all this direction from Jim, and I'm getting direction from Diana. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know. I just want to go cut some fucking wood. And so this kind of unfolds in front of my face in the wilderness. And then finally, my son says, just call AT&T. I get this guy on the phone, and I give him my info, and he goes, okay, I don't see you as being, I can't even talk to you. I go, what? Yeah, your phone number is not connected as the big swinging dick to talk to with AT&T. I can only talk to either a Jim or a Diana. Now, I have no fucking idea. This is how identities get stolen. Okay? I could very easily just claim stolen identity at this point because I have not given anybody the authority to do that, but now suddenly I am like a third-class citizen here. I can't even, if I wanted to go get a new fucking phone, apparently I have to go to my son and say, hey, can you go and give approval that I can get a phone? What the fuck? So, I go, so you're telling me you cannot even talk to me? And he goes, that is correct. I go, who would you like to speak to? And he goes, is Diana there? I go, yeah. So that means I'm off. I can do nothing. He goes, correct. So I give the phone to Diana. I go, this is all you. I tried to help you, but I am leaving now because I'm a piece of shit and I can't do cock. So here you go. Tried to help you. She has to take the phone and talk to some dick. And this conversation, while I'm sitting there splitting logs, I hear the guy say, well, okay, so what has happened is Diana, when she got her phone, I guess they tried to sell her on getting, you know how like with the phone company, they also can give you like TV, like AT&T does TV, and they have for years. And they're competing with cable companies. Now, I pay a lot of money for my cable. Way more than I probably should. Okay? but I need what I have for business purposes. And so Diana, though, when she's getting this fucking phone, they said, oh, wow, yeah, we can do much better than what you're getting. So why don't you sign up for this? And so now I have no idea what happened, but and I don't even want to try to figure it out. Diana referenced it. Apparently, she signed us up. Hang on. You know what? I don't want to have to bring her in to explain this, but I don't know what's going on. This is ridiculous. Yeah. Hey, I was just chronicling the whole extravaganza when we were up north, and suddenly I am like the low man on the totem pole for the cell phone. How the AT&T guy wouldn't even talk to me because I'm a loser now, and I couldn't even figure out the problem because I wasn't allowed to speak to them. Correct?
Right, which doesn't make any sense because the reason why we're going there today is for you to give them permission for me to be the lead or number one account holder or whatever so that we can get the teacher discount.
Yeah, I wonder if
it makes no sense.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. I wonder if over all the years of people going on their own to the AT&T store and finagling their way into the account in order to get the hot new phone has anything to do with this.
It might. I don't know. And I don't know if like the AT&T store is different than the actual like AT&T customer service, if they have two different like
well, okay,
they're looking at two different things or whatever. But
as it unfolded, you were talking to that guy, and he actually said, I've exhausted my expertise, I can no longer help you, and he had to like pass you up the food chain. Yes This took like an hour of your time.
Oh yeah, it did. It was annoying as hell.
And apparently the folks at AT&T think that we are now going to be customers of, is it AT&T Uverse?
No, that's not what it's called anymore. It's DirecTV Stream.
Oh, DirecTV Stream. Okay.
And then their internet service, which is supposed to be actually really good. Remember when they tore up everybody's lawn and installed it around here?
Ah, okay. Now, I am very cautious of this. Cautious of this because they offered you a deep discount if you agree to this. We haven't agreed to it. We have to actually go there and sit through a pitch like we're buying a timeshare.
Yeah. Take a tour, and then,
And this was all to get a lower price on a fucking phone.
The text message reminder I got for the appointment said it could take up to 4 hours.
4 hours?
But it won't. But that's what it said.
It actually.
We're just going to go in there and say, "Hey, I give permission for my wife to be the,
I'm not going to sit through that fucking shit.
That's how it is.
I'm not sitting through that fucking shit. There's no way. They can suck my asshole.
It'll be fine. We'll be together.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to sit with you for 4 hours in a GDA AT&T store.
All right. I don't think it'll take that long.
No, this should be walk-in. I give her permission and I fucking leave. That's it. What more?
You need to listen to me, and then you need to tell them that you are not interested in the AT&T stuff anymore. Because remember, they kind of sort of signed us up for it so we could get the $300 gift card. Remember?
Kind of, sort of. Now, do we still get the $300 gift card?
Well, no, not if we don't sign up.
Yeah, I don't want it.
If we cancel it, then we don't get the $300 gift card.
I don't want any part of this. I would rather have the fact that what I have is working, and I don't want to upset the Apple Card.
Yeah, but what if you could get something better?
Well, that's a roll of the dice, okay? But I mean, at the same time, it's a roll of the dice.
Ask people that are listening right now if they have DirecTV stream or the AT&T high-speed internet and see what they think.
What is this? Who are you, a pitch man for AT&T?
No, I'm just trying to save money and see if we can.
I know. I don't want to pull the audience about this. I don't want to do that. I'm happy with what I have.
Okay, this is what we'll do. Listen, we'll go in. We'll do the first thing first. Change the account holder, and then I'll give them back the box that they gave me, so that they could hold the spot for me for my $300 gift card. And say, here's your box back. Cancel everything and then leave. Wait a minute. We'll only be there for a half an hour instead of 4 hours.
Are you telling me they gave you equipment?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is the equipment?
It's in the kitchen in the AT&T bag.
Yeah, fuck this. No way. Yeah,
It might only take 3.5 hours instead of 4.
You see, this is okay. If I didn't rely on the internet setup that we have, which works perfectly fine for my livelihood, I would consider it. But any day that shit gets wonky, it's gonna blow up in my fucking face, and that's the last thing I need.
Right. I hear you.
But what about the whole idea that no one there will even talk to me? I mean, I was the one who started this whole fucking thing, and now Grayson and Rowan have more AT&T rights than I do. Grayson and Rowan, my grandkids, combined age of like 17, could go there and get more done than I could. There's a sign there that says, keep this asshole out of here.
Not to mention, we've been customers for like 20 years.
Well, what do you mean? So wait, you can't side with me. You're part of the problem.
What did I do?
What do you mean, what did you do? You're the one that goes there and says, oh, yeah, hey, my husband has nothing to do with this now. I'm in charge.
Do you want the 25% discount? Because if you don't, and save $60 a month, then we can just call everything off.
I understand. I understand, but how come I'm not allowed to talk to anyone anymore?
That is a good question. I don't know. I have no idea. Because this is still according to the AT&T store, because while I was still on the phone with Jim, according to their records, you're still in charge. But according to AT&T customer service, I'm in charge. So there's two different stories.
Yeah, this is how, like, terrorist action starts. Like the FBI doesn't talk to the Secret Service, who doesn't talk to the U.S. Marshals, and everybody's independent. And then the next thing you know, planes are flying into buildings.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll figure it out at 2 o'clock.
I don't know if we will. 2 o'clock, is that right?
Yep.
Sarah says there really isn't a real discount, just like Kohl's Cash. Which I love. I love Kohl's Cash.
I do too.
All right.
Well, we'll figure it all out at 2 o'clock and get it over with, and then we never have to worry about it again.
I'm sure. We'll never have to worry about it ever again.
Yeah. Until I retire, and then when I retire, I probably won't get a teacher discount anymore.
Okay, thanks.
So, okay.
Bye, love you.
Bye. Love you too, guys.
Brand new to the show, K, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's an old person, different name. K Dub himself says those discounts are shady. Just getting you to move the account around, and you lose different promos you might have forgotten about. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. So at the end of the day, everybody's got a new phone except me, and I can't even call AT&T or else they'll shut my phone down, I guess. We cannot talk to you, sir. Good sir. Dear Meathead, in 22 minutes. Thank you to the folks on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for taking the time to watch this. If you want the full show, it is twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Follow so that you know when I go live. You can watch a whole show uninterrupted. And then subscribe with your Amazon Prime. And then you don't see ads plop in the middle of the thing. You will get an ad to start no matter what. If you don't have Amazon Prime, it's going to be $5 to get the show uninterrupted. But whatever. If you don't do that, that's fine. You get the show completely for free. You just got to sit through the ads. That is just a public service announcement. And as always, you can listen to the audio podcast wherever you download podcasts. Just search Eric Zane Show on whatever platform you like. But for now, I am saying goodbye to the folks on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And I will check you out hopefully down the road. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for this show. YouTube brought to you by my friends over at My Policy Shop Insurance, Frank Fuss. People have asked, Eric, why do you stand on one leg with your other leg out? And it's because being seated for a long time messes with something in my ass region, and I need to stretch out my glutes. All right. YMCA update. I was going to talk about this yesterday, but I did not get into it. Monday was a mental struggle, and I just talked about this. Now, we are just started week 3. Well, are midway through week 3 of training for this half marathon challenge to raise money for the AT Children's Project. Last year, I was completely manhandled and embarrassed and almost did not finish the race. It was horrible. So this year, I got to be ready. So I'm working on it. Side note, Mike Ball revealed to me that, about 2-3 weeks ago, he said, hey, we're going to Strider's on Saturday morning for a 10-miler. You want in? I go, fuck no, I'm not ready for that. Are you kidding me? I can't do a 10-mile run. I went over to Strider's to get, I had to buy a pair of shorts or something. I saw Jeff from Strider's, and I was talking about Mike Ball. And he described it as there was about 2 miles to go, and all of a sudden, Mike picks up the pace and takes off and drops it down to about 7:30 a mile for the last 2. And he's just killing it. Now, Mike is a freak. Fat, disgusting people are not supposed to move that fast. Mike can fucking fly. There's no question. Yes, he looks like fuck, but that guy can run. So Josh is like, motherfucker, man. Jesus. He's like killing us. We were hoping to go a little light at the back portion of this workout, and here he is. He's crushing it. Well, we can't let him get away with that. Let's run him down. So, that was hard to do because Mike was just killing it. Well, I have an update for you on our pal Mike Ball. Let's see here. Should have had this ready to go. My apologies. Mike Ball. Happy birthday. He sent me a happy birthday message. Thank you. And I said, are you eating a lot and not running? That's what I asked him on last Thursday. He says, actually, I haven't run since the day that I texted you about that long run. I guess he went 12 miles on that day. I did a nice 12-miler that day, and I felt great. Then, good news. He writes this. A few hours later, I couldn't bend my right knee. Excellent news. I'm so happy that he's injured. I was limping for a few days. Went, and I saw a physical therapist. He told me I needed to stretch more, which I already knew. He was in San Francisco and he wrote this. Planning to run across the Golden Gate Bridge today for my first run back. I said, you should probably skip it and not run for about 2 months. He didn't. I saw on Facebook that he did actually do it. So Mike, whatever. I'm not saying I'm going to beat Mike Ball. But what I am telling you is that doesn't help. Monday, it's time to fire up the treadmill. We're still in the early stages of this workout plan. Week 3 of 16. Workout Monday still only calls for 2 1-mile repeats. They're hard. No big deal. Get that first one done. Now, I had done this week 2 up north, the hills. Oh, God, it was terrible. Get back on the machine Monday. Do that first mile. All right, done. Stand still for 2 minutes. Second one starts. I get a quarter mile into it, and I don't want to do it anymore. Now, this is probably the one thing that keeps people from continuing exercise programs. It's all mental. This is what I was talking about with there will be days when you are not motivated. So I'm a quarter mile into this. My mood has changed dramatically from, oh, okay, doing great, glad to be back here at the Y, to minutes later, I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this. I want to go home and eat. I swear on a stack of Bibles, hand to God, I stopped. I hit the stop button on that treadmill. Got my wipes. I used to wipe off the machine. I wipe off the machine, pick up my shit. I start walking away. I'm physically leaving. And I went, and then I stopped. And I went, fuck, man. Holy shit. It's a miracle how this changes so dramatically, because here I am talking on the podcast. And the quote I had was, there will be days when you are not motivated. If you remember, the other side of that is, then we must be disciplined. When we're not motivated, we must be disciplined. It's like the single most important thing. So I turned around. I put my shit down. And I got back on that bitch and started all over again. I did it. I got it done. So, and I felt so much better after. I was like, fuck, man. That is what a temptation. And most of the time I fail. Got it done, and then I'm like, boy, I better check my fucking head, because there's going to be days that are a lot worse than this. It was a mental struggle. Holy shit. More about the why in a bit, but first, don't forget about me on Patreon. If you like the content that you're hearing on the daily podcast, think about signing up for my Patreon for a $5 or $10 donation. You get more podcasting. The only thing better than a free podcast is more podcasts. $5 or $10 a month is what I charge, what I have the price set at. You can give as much as you want, but with that donation, you get 15 plus hours of content each and every week, and that helps keep the lights on, keeps the puppies fed, keeps the phone bills paid. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. The open and live stream of this is brought to you by A&E Heating and Cooling. Joe Martinez, an absolute juggernaut in the heating and cooling industry. I found another local heating and cooling commercial that I hate. There was the one with the four dudes and their annoying, grating voiced mom. God, see my boys at Jacobson's and go with the gold. God, what a bunch of assholes! And then you got the talking dog. Have you seen the one with the talking dog? Fucking terrible. I just saw it this morning. Fuck those guys. A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. All right. If you need anything installed like a furnace or an air conditioner, they're going to utilize the best in the business, the Comfort Maker brand of furnaces and air conditioners. Reach out to Joe Martinez if you have any scheduled maintenance or just something's not acting right. And if you need an after-hours service call, that is on the books too. A&E Heating and Cooling, 516-8579. All right. Also, Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. That's 616-318-0167. Bennett Flooring Installation. So you want to redo the house, you've got carpet there. The dogs piss on it every other day. It's like, okay, enough. This is ridiculous. Get that shit up. Get the room ready. Call Bennett Flooring Installation. They're going to come to your house if you are in West Michigan, measure that thing out and say, all right, this is how much it's going to cost for you to put the new flooring down. What? That's it? Yep, that's it. Okay, there you go. Some materials, labor, obviously, that's it. But you've done a lot of the heavy lifting by getting rid of the old flooring. Now, if you want full service, they can do that too. Bennett Flooring Installation, if you want to see some of their before and after pics, they are the absolute pristine, amazing, terrific bunch of hardworking local business souls. They did the flooring in my basement and in a bedroom on the main level of the house, and I want them to do it for you too. 616-318-0167, and they give away flooring too. They've done three great flooring giveaways in the past year. One around the holidays, and then what was the third one? I forget. Maybe around a holiday, too. All I know is they've done it 3 times in the past year. They're awesome. Thank you, Bennett Flooring Installation. The flooring that I want you to buy is from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. They, in fact, worked with Bennett for the most recent great flooring giveaway to remarkably discounted price for the recipient of that. Thank you very much, Kent. Drop the E, add a U. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet on Chicago Drive in Granville, Michigan. It's right behind Little Caesars. You can't miss it. Deep discounts, more than any other place, including Johnson's main showroom, which is down the street. The folks who work at the discount outlet, Kent, he knows he's getting the lion's share of the customers because his prices are lower. So it's kind of like NASCAR when one owner owns 2 cars. 2 stores. So deep discounts because they buy so much flooring at a lower rate because of the volume and then price it accordingly at the discount outlet. Mention my name when you walk in and they will knock an additional 10% off of the cost. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Here in West Michigan, listen to this business model. There is a wedding venue recently opened their doors in beautiful Grand Rapids. And when they opened their doors saying, all right, come on in. We want you to have your wedding at our venue. It's called the Broadway Avenue venue. They said, come on in. You're going to love it here. It's fantastic. It's a husband and wife team. And they are making an excellent marketing decision by announcing no gays allowed. This is an absolute brilliant idea. Sure, you're a prejudiced bigot, but who gives a shit? Now, they are saying that, oh, no, you see, this is our religious belief. And that is what people do in this day and age when they want. So this is a perfect example of having your cake and eating it too. Whoever said you can't have your cake and eat it too is wrong. You can. All you have to do, if you live in West Michigan, is open a business. It could be any business. I don't care if it's selling fucking ink pens or statues of the Virgin Mary or granola bars. You need to put a sign up there that says, no gays allowed. It's our religious belief. This is an excellent move on your part. My advice is I should do this on the podcast. I should say the Eric Zane Show Podcast. No gays allowed. Now, I love gays. I love everyone, for God's sake, for the most part. And, but if I were to say that, that would get me so much attention. I mean, my God, we'd have all-time record downloads if I announced no gays allowed. It's my religious belief. Now, you don't, like these people that I'm about to tell you about, this wedding venue, it's not. They probably have never even been to church or said, I love you, Jesus, ever. But that's how, it's the loophole. It's having cake and eating it too. So now where I live is loaded down. One of the biggest in the country, belts of zealots who hate the gays. And so when they hate the gays, they seek out venues that also hate gays. So when that happens, you then go to those venues, and this is a windfall of cash for this business. So congratulations to them. They have figured out the marketing plan. The way to get shit done is tell everyone you are saying no to the gays because of religious beliefs. And that is exactly what is happening here. Okay? Look at this. In this image I'm about to show you. Out in front of this place, you've got like these young people here. Look at these people. I'm a girl and I like girls, and that's okay, she says. Great big smile on her face with her three pals. They're all happy as fuck. This one here has got to be the enforcer, though. This is the one who's watching over these three. Now, this person, I'm being appropriate in gender description here. This person has a smile on the face of them. If anyone wearing a Let's Go Brandon t-shirt gets in the face of the person holding the I'm a girl and I like girls and that's okay sign, this bruiser is going to lower the boom. And this person, that's why that person's there. That person's probably not even like a homosexual in any way, shape, or form, just there for protection to blend in with the crowd. Look at this. This person says hospitality does not equal. Well, I don't know what that means. When you have an equal sign with the slash in it. I'm too dumb to figure that out. But anyway, that seems like kind of a snarky hospitality, homophobia. Respectfully disagree with your bigotry. This is a protester. Now, another reason why this is great, when you have protesters there are cameras there. They take the pictures of these protesters who are saying we need to love each other. And I absolutely agree with that. This dollars and cents are now flowing into the Broadway Avenue venue because of all of the bigots that live around me right now. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if there's someone lighting a Molotov cocktail in front of my house, getting ready to throw it through the front window, because I am saying that I support gays. They hate gay people here, okay? If you are not in support of them, then you're a gay hater. Everybody knows it. It's just the way it is. And around here, that is okay. That is accepted around here. The city of Grand Rapids is investigating, though, looking into this, all right? A recently opened wedding venue that says it won't serve the gays. The Broadway Avenue venue opened 2 weeks ago. On Monday, demonstrators gathered outside protesting the venue's policies to not host weddings for same-sex couples or transgender couples. This is all excellent on their part. You got to make sure the world knows this. I would put it on the sign, open for business, no gays. The city has now received multiple complaints that the venue is violating its human rights ordinance. Grand Rapids has an ordinance, I guess. I don't know. Imagine that, an ordinance on human rights. You would think that would just be inherent. A Grand Rapids spokesperson told News 8, the spokesperson said the Office of Equity and Engagement is investigating. At this time, we are unable to speculate if the policy violates the city's human rights ordinance. Well, of course it does, but that isn't going to matter. The spokesman said in a statement, as outlined in the ordinance, staff must first investigate to determine if a violation has occurred. Yeah, I would say if they say you can't come in because you're gay, that a violation has occurred. I don't think this investigation needs to be that long. As of 3 p.m. today, the city's Office of Equity and Engagement has officially received 4 complaints and has begun processing them. The Grand Rapids City Commission passed an expansion on the ordinance in 2019. The owners, Nick and Hannah Natali, on Monday told News 8 their policy is based on their religious beliefs. Now, you know it and I know it. That's a lie. That is code for we hate gays. We believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. Those are our beliefs, what we grew up with, and that's how we run our house, how we run our marriage. So now that we're opening a business, we are going to continue that, said Hannah. They said the policy does not apply to wedding guests, employees, or vendors. Wait a minute. So what they're saying then is there's a regular wedding, not between gays, but if 2 dudes start fucking in the bathroom, that's okay. People do not have to be Christian or believe in God in order to get married at Broadway Avenue, the couple said. You see how accepting they are? So basically, they're saying our religious beliefs are carrying us to do this. You can be a heathen, but you can't be gay. That's what she just said. Oh, fuck. This is so brilliant on her part. I would not have the nerve to do this. But she is, and she's going to be a rich woman because of it. Congrats. The venue owners said, listen to this. So you've got all these people that have now said, oh, hey, when they opened up, and I said, hey, we like this place. They didn't know about this policy. And they give a down payment and a deposit. And so then, people find this out and they're like, well, I don't know if it's a good idea, if it's a good look, if we have our wedding here, if you're so openly saying that you don't want to have any gays in here getting married. So the people said, well, we'd like our money back. And the venue has said, no, you will not be reimbursed if you want to pull out after learning the policy. So now they're doubling down and saying, oh, no. We'll take your money. You do not get your money back. You signed a contract. And they said they are enforcing that. They have consulted an attorney, and they will take legal challenges as they come. Oh, my God. This is a freedom venue. This will be the new headquarters for the next MAGA rally. Okay? Congrats. This is a big, big deal. Look at this. To have the balls, I'm actually going to show you what the place looks like. Look at that place. That's a fantastic looking venue. So if you're getting married and you want to go to the place where the bigots get married, this is where you go. This is excellent. Wow. All right. Impressive. And they are standing by that. I give them full credit on literally having their cake and eating it too. This is great. Wow. All right. I found that to be a fantastic story, and I could not wait to discuss it. Dear Meathead happens in seconds. Before I get to him, though, Bosco's, you know what? I'm just going to call him now. because he's going to be worried. He's late. You can still get a question at Eric at ericzaneshow.com if you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead. Okay. What the fuck? All right. Phone was acting funny. Hello.
Hello, buddy.
Hey. Hi, Dad.
Sorry we didn't get back with you, but we got back late.
Oh, yeah? What were you doing?
Well,
Okay, losing fitness, gaining weight, that all hurts a person mentally. Honest to God, that can affect your relationships. It's time to turn this thing around. I want to help you feel better. And all you have to do is decide that you want to try. I want you to try this as you're trying to turn things around. It's the FitBod app. This thing is amazing. You don't need a ton of weights to do this. You can do it in your home with no weights. You can do it in the middle of nowhere like I do at Fear Bunker North. You can do it at the gym. The workouts are tailored to what you have to work with. And my gosh, they work everything. Muscles, cardiovascular system, you name it. It's time to turn it around, and I want you to do it by using the FitBod app. One of the important things about FitBod is the algorithm changes, which, those are words that's kind of like above my pay grade, but it senses and knows when you're improving as you work out and updates your fitness plan as you go so that you're not like stagnating and things like that and plateauing. FitBod has figured it out, and all you have to do for less than the cost of one session with a personal trainer, you can get a full year of personalized workouts with FitBod. It integrates with your Apple Watch, Wear OS smartwatch, and apps like Apple Health, Fitbit, and Strava. Man, this is incredible. You can crush your summer fitness goals with personalized workouts from FitBod that improve as you do. Get 25% off your subscription or try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. It's got to be fitbod.me/Zane. Try it out and see for yourself. 25% off your subscription or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. FitBod.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of a new laundry set that provides a powerful yet gentle clean in less time, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Get up to 25% off plus $750 instant savings on select appliances. Valid June 22nd through July 13th. U.S. only. Gas dryer extra. See store for details.
visiting.
What?
We're out, where were you at?
We were out in the yard.
We're out in the yard. Oh, well, we were in the yard and we didn't see your call. We were screwed up.
Was there? Did you have people over hanging out?
Oh. We're just out there in our backyard sitting there.
Oh, enjoying the times. You guys maybe like bat your eyes at each other. Had a nice hand holding moment. Yes.
How you doing?
Never better, Dad. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. You guys doing okay?
Yeah, we're doing fine.
Okay.
Did you clear the woods?
Oh man, I brought a lot of trees out, and my God, it's like everywhere you turn, there's another fantastic tree that can be dragged out of the woods.
Oh my God! What did you do? Why?
Well, I think I'm addicted to getting campfire wood.
Oh no, I think you're addicted to chainsaws.
Oh, the chainsaws, it's the whole process because find the tree, cut it up, haul it out of the woods, and then split it. It's tremendous exercise to begin with.
I see you, my God.
It's great exercise, and then we always have gigantic hot campfires. And I've got a goal in mind for your son-in-law and Liz to fill them up with firewood at their place because they don't have the means to get it, because they don't have forest there, and poor Lizzie's always working her ass off, and they, one less thing for them to worry about.
Yeah. And Mike,
Oh, now don't start bad-mouthing Mike.
He's a different person.
You're gonna do it, aren't you? I told you he's fantastic. You can't badmouth Mike. He's very.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Tell him, Eric, tell him.
Yeah, Mike. We.
I just think that he's a very a great host.
There you go. And let's leave it right there.
He is.
There you
we
go.
Were out there yesterday.
Now you're on. Now you're doing good. That's perfect.
Yeah, he had us for dinner.
He had us for dinner.
That's how he shows his love, by making you fantastic food.
You're breaking up. What's going on?
I don't know. Is there a volume on your phone?
Oh.
Like you can.
Well, yeah, it's up.
Yeah, maybe turn it down a little. It might be like feeding back. Have you ever heard of like a feedback?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I think it's perfect now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Dad, we had a heck of a time. Do you remember when we were by the fire and the fireworks almost killed us all?
Oh yeah. The whole thing tipped over.
Best time I ever had.
Wow. What a, oh my God. That turned out to be amazing, but it could have been like deadly.
Oh, he just ran like a bugger.
Oh my God. What was going through your mind when those were exploding like that? That had to be somewhat frightening.
I don't know. I've never seen something like that.
I think you might have in the past, but...
Well, in my days, I jumped fire,
Yes, you sure did. In your underwear. Yeah, so that was wild. And then...
Well, and we got your call, by the way, but we got in really late. So I'm sorry we didn't get back with you.
Oh, you mean last night?
Last night, yeah.
Yeah, no big deal, Dad.
Okay.
Okay. We also had a visitor by the fire, Dad, when we were... do you remember when Doreen came by?
Yes, holy cow. And then, at midnight,
Yeah.
She brought his mom.
Her mom, yes.
Her mom. It's such memories, It's been a long time since I had seen her. She's such a sweet lady,
What is up with these people just walking into people's homes at midnight?
Yeah, hey, I don't know. That was midnight. We just ready to go to bed.
Do you remember when Doreen was by the fire and she took her shoes and socks off to show you her foot injury?
No. I must have been in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then she was complaining.
I'll tell you, it was a trip and a half.
Yeah, and she did all that, and then I think when she was complaining about foot pain, you asked her if she works on her hands and knees.
Yeah. Oh, man. Are you there?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was wild.
Oh, okay.
It was wild because you essentially asked her if she was a prostitute.
That's funny, It's really, I have such memories of Doreen and her dad. That's her stepdad,
Right, Orville.
Yeah. That they used to walk, and he would have a gun, a big gun, in his hands, and he walked with her.
Was he selling her for prostitution?
No, I don't think that was an indication.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he was kind of like looking out for any boys.
He would walk because there's some jerks out there.
Oh yeah, that's a important in that part of the state. There are a bunch of animals up there.
Ugh.
Wow. Well, that was a fantastic moment that will live on forever when you asked her that question. And I'm so happy that you asked it because that was the only time that she was quiet because she...
Yeah, we weren't getting a chance edgewise.
Yeah, she was talking about her feet and her bunions, and then you asked her if she was a hooker.
What? I don't remember doing that.
Well, you didn't ask her if she's a hooker. You asked her if she works on her hands and knees.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
That's not what I meant.
I know, but it sure sounded like it. I mean, she was like, what? Do I work on my hands and knees? Are you calling me a whore?
What did you mean, Rose?
I just, I don't know what the heck I meant.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm glad you...
I didn't mean that.
Hey, you know what? You be you. I'm glad that you did it. I am glad that you did it. You know?
Oh, my God.
All right. Well,
didn't want to hurt her.
No, she's fine. She's fine. Here you go. Brandis writes this. How did you and Eric's mother decide on Eric's name when he was born?
What do you mean, how did we decide?
Well, she wants to know, was I named after someone, or did you guys just like the name Eric?
I don't know, but I just like that name.
Oh, so you actually liked it?
I like that name, Eric. It's a classic name.
Thank you. Well, sometimes one parent will say, "Hey, how about this name?" and the other one says, "I don't care," or whatever.
Well, we had no issues on decision.
Okay, very good. Rob writes this. Rob in New Jersey says, "Dear Meathead, at my job, a lot of my coworkers are Mexican. They speak Spanish. I had to start learning Spanish to make it easier to communicate with them. When you came to the U.S., did you know any English?"
I'll tell you, I had a heck of a time in life.
You knew apple pie?
I knew two. I think there was two apple pie and hot dog was the only meal I had for a long time.
So you go to a restaurant,
that's all I knew.
And you just say hot dog, and they give it to you.
Hot dog, apple pie.
Did you know how the currency worked, or did you pay for a 15-cent hot dog with a $100 bill?
No, are you kidding? I didn't know what the money currencies were or nothing. Oh, it was a tough life.
Wow, I cannot imagine.
The worst part was when I was in high school, this kid would pick on me like crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's the American way.
So finally, because I used to carry a briefcase. And those kids had a bunch of books under their arms, walk around, and that was not the norm in high school.
Oh, yeah. That is.
But I carried a briefcase. And this one guy named Percy, the captain of the team, would taunt me to death, But, I was a very strong kid.
Right. Well,
So Percy is messing around me all the time, embarrassing me in front of everybody. And one day I'm walking in a hallway, and then the hallways had this some kind of a fire situation, metal poles against the wall.
Radiator.
A what?
Joanne
Radiator.
says a radiator. Okay,
Radiator.
So it's a way they heat the hallway, a radiator.
Right. So Percy, I got the briefcase in my hand. I'm walking through my classroom. Here comes Percy. And I don't know what he did that he really triggered my goat.
You triggered your goat?
I cold-cocked him so bad, he fell on the ground. I really hit him. This guy never thought, and he was a big guy.
So, wait, did you hit him with the briefcase?
Hit him with my fist.
With your fist. I thought you did like Michael Douglas.
Right in the face.
And falling down. Okay.
And he fell.
Okay.
And I got the heck out of there because I figured if somebody saw that and they're his friends, I'd be dead meat.
Oh, my God. Well, what does the radiator have to do with it?
It hit the radiator. He hit the radiator and fell down.
Oh, he hit his head.
I hit him. He went backwards. His back ran into the sharp end of radiator.
Yeah, you should have grabbed his hair and kind of like ground his face into the fins on the thing.
No, I don't remember all of these deals, but the fist was.
Yeah, you didn't.
Was the norm.
And you didn't hit him with the briefcase, though.
No.
I was
that
gonna say,
briefcase, no way.
That would have been legendary.
The briefcase. I figured this is going to be open for fight.
And no one messed with you after that, right?
Nothing.
That's fantastic. Yeah, they're like, oh God, let's get away.
He was a much bigger guy than I was.
That is fantastic. I'm glad you did that.
I had it. I couldn't tolerate it.
No, without a doubt, you did the right thing. You see, nowadays people just go and they complain to their parents, and then it's the end of the world. When this could all be settled with, bully's justice going on. You just got.
And then my homeroom teacher, Mrs. Murphy, was a sweet lady. She always protected me. She had a chair right in front and a front seat.
Yeah.
Classroom. She'd always put me right there, so I'd be right at the tip of her fingers,
Mrs. Murphy.
She says, Ruben, you were late.
Yeah.
And I says, yeah. I didn't know how to explain what the hell.
Right. Yeah. Y'all, you said, she's like, you just bludgeoned him to death, and you said apple pie hot dogs.
That was pretty funny.
His face looks like apple pie.
Oh, man, what a day that was. I never forget that. And that's the only history. Oh, and I had a couple of 3 girls that were real friendly. I mean, they were looking after me and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. I was being protected.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that those 3 girls were like, oh, Ruben, he's like, they wanted to take you under their wing because, you were so vulnerable?
They tried to talk to me, and I couldn't communicate with them. My English was so.
They loved you. They were like, oh, my gosh, he's like a big mystery.
Oh, my God. I tell you. I had a great time in high school.
I guess so. You're beating people to death, and you're getting apple pie and hot dogs and women. Holy cow. All right, Dad, moving on. Aram, your old pal Aram, writes this.
My man Aram.
Yes. He writes, hello, my friend. And then he writes, have you ever had a group of people that you used to be friendly with get really mad at you all at the same time? And then he says, how did you handle the situation?
I don't remember any of the details like that. Really. I actually, when I was in school, I avoided people because I had to talk English and I couldn't speak English.
Okay, gotcha.
So I kept away, pretty much to myself. And in the classroom, I was pretty quiet.
All right. So you haven't been faced with that. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see here. Teo in South Dakota.
What is the name?
Teo, T-E-O.
Yo, okay.
He said, Dear Meathead, my faucet on my sink is leaking. I'm going with a new one. However, this caused some damage to the seal between my sink and the countertop. I want to save the day on this one. Any advice?
Wait a minute. I need a little more explanation on that.
Okay. So the faucet is leaking on the sink. He's putting a new one on.
Okay.
During that time, you know how you like caulk the sink and the countertop?
Yeah.
Where the sink meets the countertop? There's some damage there to that seal. And so he wants to, fix this without any more real problems. He doesn't want like a can of worms. So he says, I don't know. I need help. Any advice on this about repairing the sink and the countertop and all that stuff so it doesn't leak?
The thing, is it a metal sink?
I'm guessing it could be metal, porcelain,
I don't know if you can seal that. the only way it's a caulking type of seal and all that eventually is going to break loose.
Isn't it pretty standard that if that comes apart, you just take off the old caulk with a putty knife and then put a new bead on there?
Yeah, but it's going to be a temporary fix.
Well, is there?
It's going to redo it again.
So, but is that the only option? I mean, I don't know. I've never done this.
I really don't. Yeah, I don't think you can seal that in any. You can always seal it, but it's always going to be temporary because the sealing. How do you seal it? Put a caulk in there. That caulk is going to dry up eventually, or keep washing off.
Yeah.
I honestly say, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to save some money. I don't blame him. But I would definitely recommend you just replace that.
All right.
I know it'll be costly for him.
I think he's just going to have to put the caulk on there and hope he does a good job so it stays that way.
Yeah. If he's ready to keep re-caulking all the time, well, then go ahead and do it. But otherwise, the best thing was to replace that.
So what you're saying is say yes to fresh caulk.
The fresh caulk is not going to remain fresh caulk.
The fresh caulk is not... Wait, what?
It's not going to remain as a fresh caulk. Eventually, it's going to crack itself again.
All right.
Because heat and cold always, eventually that... When he uses that area, for instance, it's going to dry up later on. It'll be good.
It's going to be a cracked caulk.
It'll crack again.
Like a stiff caulk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you don't want that. All right, fresh caulk.
No, that's looking for a redo again.
All right, I see it. I wrote it down. Fresh caulk is not going to remain fresh caulk.
Yeah. Eventually it'll dry up.
Oh, God help us if that happens. All right, Chris writes this. Dear Meathead, I have a friend who is trying to moderate a meeting between a friend and I to settle some bad feelings. The naive blockhead has lived a life of hatred and bigotry, but still believes he is the world's greatest fixer of everyone's problems. How should I proceed with this meeting? Signed, Chris in Maine.
Boy, Chris, you're between a rock and a hard place with that kind of situation. To do that, I mean, you've got to show kindness, kind speaking, and if the recipient is not going to be a kind person, he's a tough redneck, he ain't going to take it so well. I don't know. Kindness is a wonderful thing in the world, but a lot of people don't take things the way you would do as a kind person.
I hate that, Dad.
If I, for instance, want to apologize to someone, and they may not want to, take it, it's a waste of time.
Right, absolutely.
We just keep away from them.
I think you're just better.
Eventually, it's just another cool thing.
I think you're just better off not apologizing. Is what you're better off doing.
Well, the thing of it is, he's got an attitude like I do. I like to make friends.
Yeah, me too.
And some people don't look at it that way.
No. All right, so Dad, I wrote a couple notes here. First of all, let's go back in time. Fresh caulk is not going to remain fresh caulk.
Yeah, right.
We talked about you. Something triggered your goat.
Well, yeah, that's a bad thing. I mean, that calls for battle.
The guy we were just talking about is a tough guy redneck. And kindness is a wonderful thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And finally, Percy, after you punched him, he hit the fire situation.
Percy, no Percy anymore. I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know. He's probably dead.
Oh, boy.
All right, Dad, I'm wrapping it up here. Do you have any final words for these wonderful people?
I would say stay kind to each other, love God, and life is going to be sweet.
Dad, I love it. It makes sense. You and Joanne have a wonderful day as always. Everybody loves you.
Okay, you say hello to your honey and hug her for me, and tell her hopefully that we'll maybe see each other here instead
Yes.
of up north.
Yes. Joe, one more thing. Joanne, what did you think of the chili?
It was delicious.
Yeah, I got to send you that recipe. My gosh.
Yes.
But I have a question. Did we eat all of that?
There were some leftovers, but pretty much, yeah, I think we did.
You did a good job.
Thank you. You're going to love it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I will
say
talk to you.
hello to everybody out there that I know, and we'll talk to you next visit.
Okay, I'll talk to you, Dad. I love you guys.
Love you too, honey.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. Dear Meathead with the question of the day brought to you by JM Synthetics. Of those questions, the question of the day has to be, let me see. There were several. Thank you so much for them. I think we had a lot of mileage out of Rob's. Thank you so much, Rob, for the question about learning Spanish. Do you have any tips on learning a new language? We got a lot of mileage out of that with the apple pie hot dogs blast moment. It was great. Thank you. And dear Meathead, title sponsor, Baldwin Ace Hardware. Thank you for sending in the questions. Thank you for being part of that. All right. Holy crap. The thing about that segment, we just can't take it for granted. It's not running its course because to me it is still enjoyable as the first day I did it like 7 years ago. But if you take any one of those elements out of it, it's no more. Those two are like Laurel and Hardy. That's a terrible reference because no one knows it. I don't know. Think of any great comedy tandem. Laurel and Hardy, what an asshole. But the fact that Joanne, I mean, it's really, oh, God, it just puts that thing over the top every time. And when the references that are made, my dad's not getting it. She is. That's what she's laughing her ass off about. He doesn't get what's funny. Like when he says shit like triggered my goat, which is not a thing, and then you repeat it, she just cracks up because that's only something he would say. The fact that he told the chick, so do you work on your hands and knees? It's just epic. I mean, my God. So I just want you all to know that at some point, obviously, I don't like to dwell on it, but just so you can appreciate that this is, so you're in the moment. You're really understanding how wonderful of a thing that we have with him and Joanne. You take any one of those elements out of it, it is no more. I love it. I hope you like it too. Maureen says, I know of Laurel and Hardy because I'm old. I know. Yes. I love you. Thank you. Kyle writes, your dad is amazing. Highlight of the show and love hearing his wisdom. Yes, highlight of the show, but not as much of a highlight as me. It is one of the highlights, but I am the main highlight. Everybody knows that. I'm just kidding. All right. Yeah. Thank you for being part of Dear Meathead. Thank you for your questions. I will meet you at Bosco's Pub. I don't know when, but I am going to plan another event very soon. Bosco's Pub is awesome. Kyle writes, we need more of you and less of us. Oh. Chris in Maine says, Ruben is proof that love is the answer. My dad is suffering greatly from dementia, and I truly believe it is because he is a lifelong Curmudgeon. Oh, God. Thank you, Carolina Basco, for now following. I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Where was I? Bosco's Pub. Yeah, I am going to have a get-together at Bosco's Pub again. It's going to be awesome. I just haven't yet set it up. I will do that. Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan, part of Terra Square. Great place for burgers, drinks, and just a wonderful hangout for white people. Bosco's Pub, I'm just kidding. Bosco'sPub.com online. They are fantastic. Great burgers. You haven't lived until you've tried one of their burgers. Award-winning. The Olive Burger actually won an award for Grand Rapids Best. Bosco's Pub, part of Terra Square. Another great local business. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. I realize that not everybody in the audience can, some of these sponsors, like these three, are all very local. But for those of you that live in and around West Michigan, this is what I need you to do. Think about a trusted source for getting your vehicle repaired. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid. They're the ones that when the dealerships are like, I don't know what to do with this hybrid or this EV or this car, I can't fix it, they call up Irvine's. They're that good. No bullshit here. Don't believe me? Go to their website, Irvines, E-R-V-I-N-E-S, Irvines.com, and look at their Google reviews, man. No shit. They're awesome. And I've talked about this before, but I love the fact that when people go, I had a bad experience here. And then, that's up there for the world to see. They are on top of it. Hey, how can we make it right? What happened? Tell me about it. And they're very upfront with these people. And then more often than not, that bad review becomes an amazing review. But that very, very rarely happens. But that's how you win. That's a great business. I have the exact same model for the Eric Zane Show podcast. When there are dissatisfied customers, I take them aside and I say, so what's up? Tell it to me. I need to know. I got to make this right. So going by their model, that's how it works. 616-532-6600, Irvines.com. Full House Comedy. If you want to go see a comedy show, go to this venue, fullhousecomedy.com. It's so awesome. It's so good and tasty. You want to see a comedy show, go to fullhousecomedy.com. There's venues all over West Michigan. There's rumors that Dr. Grins is coming back, and everybody's like, well, why the fuck did they leave in the first place? Fuck those guys. Go see a comedy show, fullhousecomedy.com. Big Dick Donnie Veltman is the one putting all those venues together. Highland Park Theater, the Froenthal Theater in Muskegon. You got Back Alley Comedy Club in Muskegon, part of Sherman Bowling Center. You've got all the bowling alleys. Not to mention the Listening Room, Billy's Lounge, Park Theater in Holland, I mentioned, I think. And Creston Brewing. All right, there you go. Fullhousecomedy.com. Oh, my God, do I have to pee. I've got more coming up. I see there has been a spirited discussion on the chat about gayness. And, oh, man, what a shit show that is. What the fuck are you guys doing with all this gay talk? They are actually discussions about like biblical things and heaven, and what a bunch of fucking idiots. The fuck is wrong with you guys? You missed Dear Meathead so that you cocks could have your gay discussion? What did I just get done telling you fucking morons? Don't take these moments for granted with him. You sat there and wasted your breath about the gay venue while I'm talking to an absolute legend? Fuck. What a bunch of twats. Oh, God. Well, yeah, go back and listen to it, I guess. Fucking stupid. All of you. All right, I got to pee. I will be back. So, like, on the audio version of this, I always go, hey, we'll be back. And then there's 1 second, and then I'm back. So I edit it out. It's just like it jumps ahead. It's just stupid. That's the only way to do it, There's no point in playing all that. Okay, where am I? What else do I want to talk about? Oh, my God. We had amateur hour at the YMCA yesterday. I talked to you earlier about the Monday debacle, which I was able to get through. But yesterday, Tuesday is recovery run day. No big deal. Just get on that damn thing. Not that fast. Take it easy. Zone 1, zone 2. You know, you got five or six zones. Keeping it in zone 2. I'm able to talk complete sentences. Just 3 miles. Easy. I get off of that damn thing, and I've got this softball that I have with me, and people are like, I walk around with a fucking softball in the gym. People are like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's got a fluorescent yellow softball. Well, I use that to roll out my legs. This is what Mike Ball should do so he doesn't experience pain, which I'm going to bring him in a second. So I'm rolling out my leg because last year at this time I had that sciatica issue. Well, this keeps me healthy. I'm rolling out the leg, sitting on a softball and rolling out my leg on the actual mill, the fucking conveyor belt of the treadmill. And then I see underneath the treadmill is a fart machine. Team Knuckle-dragger. I've talked about this before. They have they have their stupid fucking gym bags with all their stupid equipment and their belts and their straps and their shit that they use to spend hours and hours and hours lifting weights. Again, all show, no go. They couldn't even walk a mile. 2 walking heart attacks. And in their bag of tricks, they have an actual fart machine that they're just jokesters. They take the fart machine and they put it under a bench that someone's working out on. They got 50-pound weights over their head, and all of a sudden, they hear a fart come out of the fart machine. The fucking weight come crashing down and say, ha, ha, it's funny. These idiots. So I'm sitting there rolling on my leg, and I'm like, what the fuck? The fart machine is under the treadmill. So that the idea, now I can't hear the farts coming out of the fart machine because I got my headphones on. But the idea is anyone around me is going to think that I'm farting while I'm running. Pretty good prank. Funny. Okay, great. Idiot, though, Andy, I took a look at it. It's off. He went through all that trouble to put that thing under my treadmill when and I didn't notice him doing that. And all these people that are on like stair steppers and treadmills, they see him do that. They're in on it. And then the fucking thing's not even on. Absolute failure. Holy shit. While I'm at it, as promised, this legend, Mike Ball. I wonder if he's still on his trip in San Francisco.
What's up, Fatty?
Yeah, fat and proud. How are you?
Fat and proud myself.
Are you still out west?
No, I am in Granville, Michigan. You ever been?
Yeah, oh yeah. Beautiful this time of year.
Yes.
You had a stunning trip to San Francisco. How many homeless people did you see?
It wasn't as bad as you think, but we didn't hang out in the Tenderloin district at all.
No,
so
that's exactly right.
It wasn't horrible.
Did you go to Fisherman's Wharf?
We did go to Fisherman's Wharf.
Did you happen to, there's a restaurant, famous restaurant called the Cliff House. Did you check out that?
Did not go to the Cliff House. Where was that at?
So there's a, right to the north of, there's a beach right by a place called Seal Rock. I think it's called North Beach or Long Beach or something like that.
Oh, yep.
That's where the Cliff House is. Sutro Baths is the ruins of this old bathhouse that used to be there like a century and a half ago. Back in the day, people would just bathe together.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very gay. I think you would have liked it.
I think you would have liked it. I mean, you would have.
Yeah.
I've heard you can work your way around a man's genitals pretty easy these days.
It's true. It's true. I'm very good at it. So explain to me about the injury. How far along are we on that? Is that coming back around? Because you explained you were having some issues.
We're coming back around. We're getting old. We're tight. You know, we're not as young as we used to be. And when you don't do the little things, it doesn't end well. So we got a little careless. We got a little overdid something. So I was limping for a week and a half. But I've been diligently doing yoga and stretching and foam rolling. And we're going to be back. I mean, I would advise everybody to bet on you still. But
No. That's not. Now, I talked to Jeff Joush about that specific run, the 12-miler that you spoke of, the one that you tried. You asked me if I would do, and I was like, well, I can't. I don't have that type of strength to do that right now. And he said that you were a workout winner in that run.
No. Obviously, it didn't work out very well for me.
Well, no, he said that like him and so-and-so were waiting at the light, and you guys were like, we finally caught him, and then you took off like a bat out of hell. We're dropping 730 miles.
Well, he's an exaggerator at times, baby. You never know.
I don't believe that. I think you're sandbagging is my point.
I've been seeing these half-mile repeats you've been doing. I don't know if I can keep up with you. So.
Bullshit. Oh, my God. I'm not buying that. All right. I just want to make sure everything was good. You know, I haven't yet made public the donation form, but we are going to do that soon enough. And as we talk more about it and get closer to the event, I want to do it. I'm not going to have as much lead-up time this time. I'm going to do it closer to the event.
Good plan.
Okay. Have fun.
Bye, man. Talk.
Peace. Later. Mike Ball. When you buy Little Debbie products, you're helping Mike Ball in West Michigan. Okay. Absolutely fun. Great guy. Okay. I haven't really talked about this. When I was off, there was that horrible July 4th mass shooting. Highland Park, Illinois. Robert Crimo III. What a face. I'm telling you, if I had a son that looked that fucked up, I think I would be the one doing the mass shooting. You know, and in this one, the dad is like, oh, man, I am washing my hands of this. I did nothing. This is an article in the New York Post. Crimo dad washes hands of guilt, but talked with son about a mass shooting night before the Highland Park massacre. This is dad. Now, there's you got to kind of dig down into this to get some of the more disturbing features. If I'm this dad, when you peel back the details on this, for him to wash his hands of it is absolutely ridiculous. I'll get to the details in a second, but the dad is trying to get out in front of everything. And I think that he should be charged as an accomplice to this mass murder, frankly. He's talking, too. The New York Post spoke with him, and he indicated that this fucked up looking kid talked about another mass shooting in Denmark the night before, allegedly, before he did his own thing. So the dad's like, oh, yeah, we talked. Oh, wow. This is really ironic. We just talked about a mass shooting, and all of a sudden my kid is shooting people. Huh? The dad has hired one of R. Kelly's lawyers to try to fight claims that he helped this lunatic buy the guns. Yet another incident where fucked up parents buy fucked up kids guns. Now, again, if I become president, there will be no more guns, including my own. It's time to get extreme with this. Millions will die in the Civil War. But since that's not going to happen, even if you have a million laws on the books, there is very little you can do when the dad is buying the kid all that he needs to massacre people. If you have a child that looks like this, you don't buy him anything. You just shoot the kid in the fucking face. Ugh. You just end him. You hit him with a shovel and you bury him. This article. Crimo is the Highland Park shooter. We can dispense with the seeds of doubt here. He confessed to the murders. Crimo went onto a rooftop July 4th and fired upon parade goers, killed 7, wounded 45 more. Dressed as a woman to avoid detection after completing a senseless rampage, police arrested Crimo later that evening. Once again, we learned that Crimo was known to law enforcement. Crimo posted violent content online. He tried to kill himself in 2019. Also that year, he threatened to kill his family. What does Dad do? He co-signs his firearm owner ID card, his FOID, which is required in Illinois to own firearms and ammunition. Your son threatens to kill you. Let's follow up by co-signing his FOID card. What the fuck? This hot on the heels of the Oxford shooting months ago, where the mom and dad bought the fucking lunatic the gun. We're getting to a new level of illness here. My God. The suicide and murder threats from 2019 prompted the police to seize Crimo's knives. At the time, he did not yet own firearms. Authorities added that since Crimo had no FOID card at the time, there was nothing to review. True. He also had mental health issues dating back to middle school. Illinois is one of the most anti-gun states in the country. They do have red flag laws. Nothing on the books could have stopped Crimo. Nothing. Because of his father. The house was a disaster area. Lots of drinking, lots of fighting. Officers noted on several occasions, police referred to a case to the state's attorney office in 2010 after Crimo told police his wife hit him with a screwdriver. All a complete shit show. Neighbors are like, oh yeah, we knew it was coming. These people are crazy. And then there was one more thing about this. Oh, the fact that before the kid went on his rampage, did you see that the kid painted the image on the side of the house of a silhouette of a guy holding a gun with the yellow smiley face on it? Life size. And then the dad said, yeah, that's just his art. Yeah, he always paints shit on the side of the house. Oh, my God, this dad. I almost think he's worse than the actual maniac. What a sick fuck-looking dude this is. Holy shit. My God. First time chat from Rickety Rocket. Welcome. The question, is this a safe space? For people who think PC woke culture is a hilarious joke, I don't know. I don't know the answer to your question, which I think is rhetorical. My God. Cole writes, Illinois has many anti-gun laws, and I believe murder is illegal there as well, yet this still happened. When will criminals start following the laws? Thank you for the follow, Rickety Rocket. They won't. They won't. Let me just tell you that, and I talked about this yesterday, Cole, the only way this is going to be solved is if you elect me as president. Because the day I take office, guns are going to be illegal. Any firearm is now illegal. Anything, even a Red Ryder BB gun or a slingshot, anything like that, all illegal. Executive order, you must turn them in immediately. And if you do not, and you are found with them, you will be jailed. There will be a war, and there will be lots of life lost. We will go and take it. We're going to take your guns. Now, as you know, I have a pistol license. It's right here. I carry my pistol everywhere. But we have gotten to a point now. I'm not going to show you the license. What the fuck is wrong with me? We have gotten to a point now where we must try this. It's worth a try. Then we have the giant rip-off calendar, days without a mass shooting. 1, 2. And then when it gets to 500, obviously this worked. America loses all of their guns. We become the most gun-controlled part of the world. No weapons whatsoever. Pillows. That's all we will have going forward. That will be part of my campaign platform. I go into the election telling you that I will probably be assassinated within moments of taking office because you sick fucks must have your guns. What the fuck is wrong with you animals? You're taking them away from law-abiding citizens, Eric Zane. I know that. We're going to try it. If it doesn't work, you go get new guns. But if it works, I go down in history as the greatest American president ever. No weapons. Turn them in. We're destroying them. If you hang on to them, you will be arrested and likely killed. There will be a war, and we're going to win. The second Civil War is coming because these sick cocks and their gun mentality is too pervasive. If they don't have their guns, they would rather have their guns than their children. If they had to choose, Daddy, will you choose me or this gun? Gun. They will do that. That's how crazy the world is right now. And you sick fucks better get in line if I win the presidency. Okay? That's how it's going to be. Sir Bob of Oliver asks, can I still have a potato gun? Oh, God, those are great. It's been a long time since I've shot a potato gun. The new Rickety Rocket, who may be somebody who, I don't know who this is already making his or her or they or them's presence known with, to be honest, I'll take a gun over a child any day. Kids are expensive as fuck. No, you're right. You're right. And they're assholes. Every one of them. Every single one of them. All right. I didn't even get into Hunter Biden and his cell phone being hacked. Have you heard this story? Oh, my God. This is awesome. This guy, Biden, man, he is living his best life. Holy shit. the laptop, the cell phone. Oh, man. Oh, God. You want to be this guy. And he's documenting it all, and now the world is seeing it. No one's talking about this story. I am going to save that, though, for my Patreon. I'm going to save that for the Patreon. I want to be Hunter Biden. Some sick bastard got stinky fingers at the Dodgers game. And there's an alligator on the loose in a local river. This hot on the heels of that crazy fuck that I called who wants his pet alligator back. Different story, though. Frank Fuss wants you to reach out to him if you need insurance. 616-914-4070, My Policy Shop Insurance. You can get affordable health care. If you are self-employed, between jobs, or your employer does not offer health insurance, you can't just throw your hands in the air and say, you just can't get insurance. You can. You're just talking to the wrong people. I suggest you reach out to Frank Fuss. 616-914-4070. Say, hey, Eric Zane sent me. How do I get health insurance? What he's doing there is he's helping you navigate Obamacare, which I guess you could do on your own, but you're probably going to screw it up. Have him do it for you. Saves you time. And it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. You can also go to buyinsurancehere.com. You miss any of this, let me know. I'll introduce you myself. Dumpster divers. Get a dumpster from Dumpster Divers, 616-375-9962, dumpsterdiversllc.com. Dumpster Divers dumpsters are cheaper than regular dumpsters and better. They're taller, more compact, take up less space. They're priced with a lower weight limit. You won't pay as much. You go to the other guys, you're going to pay for a weight limit that you can't possibly achieve, even if you fill it full of fucking shingles. DumpsterDiversLLC.com. We got racing this weekend at Berlin Raceway. These are the cars that go around with the giant fin on the back. I don't know. They look awesome. Go to Berlin Raceway this weekend. In fact, I have tickets to give away. I'm going to post about that on Facebook. And if you like it, you're in the drawing for the tickets. BerlinRaceway.com. Tickets are just, I think they might be a couple of bucks more because this for this weekend's races. Yeah, they're $15. The ISMA, which stands for, I fuck this up every time. Hang on, I can't see. International Super Modified Association. Also, the Midwest Super Modified Series. They're the trucks with the cars with the big ass fins so they don't catch air. They look incredible. And they just rip around the track. Tickets are just $15. Kids 15 and under are free. Parking is free. You can bring your own cooler. 12 by 18 only. They actually measure. You got to set your cooler in the box. If it's too big, you can't take it in. You can pack it full of snacks and soft drinks. No glass, no alcohol. Smoking in designated areas only. There's a bar. There's a band playing under the grandstand. Great place to meet hillbilly redneck chicks. Oh, my God. Everybody's getting stink finger. I'm just kidding. BerlinRaceway.com. If you want to buy tickets, when you buy them online, they're $15 for races this weekend. Actually, 2 days of racing, the 15th and the 16th. Okay? So this starts on Friday. It's Friday and Saturday. BerlinRaceway.com. Thank you so much. Van Dyke Mortgage, the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. Get a mortgage from Mario. You got Rick from TC Paintball. Awesome. If you want to schedule a paintball party, reach out to Rick. My God. Friday, Rick's going to join me for Trigger Time with Rick from TC Paintball. I just heard from Linda, and she is so in love with Rick. She can't wait. She's described it as a diddle fest whenever she hears his voice and his wisdom with his great opinions. TCPaintballGR.com is their website if you want to schedule an event at TC Paintball. Saturdays, they're usually booked pretty heavy, so you might want to schedule that well in advance. Otherwise, drop in during the week. Wednesdays, Ladies' Day and Kids' Day, Little League Day at TC Paintball. And last but certainly not least, the Kent County Health Department wants to make sure that you are safe vaccinated with all of the vaccinations that the kids need and should have when they go back to school, unless if you're an asshole anti-vaxxer. Measles, mumps, rubella, pertussis, whooping cough, meningitis, the Gardasil anti-cervical cancer vaccine, all can be yours for free at the Kent County Health Department. I thought I just heard from my man Chris from the health department. He might have wanted me to talk about something. Hang on. I want to make sure I get this right. June was HIV Awareness Month. July, we want to promote back-to-school immunizations. Amy's your point person for that. All right, there you go. So that's fresh in the minds of those at the Kent County Health Department. Thank you. Okay. We've got the asshole of the day today. Yesterday, it was the James Webb Telescope. Today, it is Robert Crimo. That's the dad of the sick fuck kid that, for no apparent reason, just starts shooting people on the parade route. My God. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Brought to you by TC Paintball and JM Synthetics. I am starting my Patreon, a little bit later on today. If you would like more of this show, that's where you go. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. Make yourself comfortable. Enjoy this podcast. It is free. All I ask is that you at least at some point, consider the Patreon. That is one of the ways that I keep my family fed. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. If you would be so kind as to go there and donate $5 or $10 a month. And in return, you get 15 plus hours of content each and every week. I'm not a beggar. I'm just telling you that's available for you. It does help the show grow. So thank you, thank you, thank you to those who are on Patreon and who have supported in the past. All right. That is it. Cole writes, asshole of the day, your son Jim for needing his mommy and daddy to waste 4 hours of the day to fix his wife's phone. Well, it worked out. It was a great story. Okay. There you go. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Until next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Back-to-school doorbusters are in session at JCPenney. Through Sunday, while they last, save 60% on Izod school uniforms. Load up on $9.99 Arizona graphic tees. And soak up the last drops of summer with shorts for the family, starting at $12.99. If it's easier, shop jcp.com now, pick it up curbside later. Shopping is back. JCPenney. Offers good on select styles through 7/17. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details. Do it!
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of a new laundry set that provides a powerful yet gentle clean in less time, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Get up to 25% off plus $750 instant savings on select appliances. Valid June 22nd through July 13th, U.S. only. Gas dryer extra. See store for details.